What a game! What a performance for the New York Knicks. We pull out that victory in the end. The Knicks win 134 to 131, and that game had me sweating all game, man. What a game! What a victory! Hey, we won, right?
We got it. We got it done at the end. It, like you said, made us sweat all right.
That game made us sweat. There was some questionable non-calls at the end. Um, I mean, Jalen Brunson, man. Where would we be without Jalen Brunson? Jalen Brunson tonight had 27 points, 13 assists, and 7 rebounds, and hit like 2 clutch shots. He was he was all over the place tonight, and there was times when the Knicks did not give him the ball towards the end of the fourth quarter. They decided to give Julius Randle the ball instead, but Jalen Brunson, have yourself a game. I mean, he was amazing tonight, Chris. Just absolutely amazing.
He was everything we could ask for and more. He's just whenever we needed him the most, clutch basket. Just I don't know a guy his size how he's hitting the shots he's hitting, but I love it.
Yeah, and let me tweet this out that we're live right now. Yeah, Jalen Brunson. I mean, granted, his counter. I mean, the guy on the Charlotte Hornets. Us Knicks fans know him as Dennis Smith Jr. He also had himself a great game tonight, and but look, the Knicks, all in all, great team effort, great team win. We took care of business at home. I wanted to take care of business at home. We went 3-0 in the Garden. Beautiful performance from Jalen Brunson. It feels so good to finally have a point guard, man. It feels so good to finally have a point guard. And look, Julius Randle tonight, another good game, and he had a clutch layup there at the end. He had a mistake. He shouldn't have let that ball go out of bounds rather than going for it. But I mean, I guess he wasn't thinking in the moment, but it is what it is. He hit that clutch layup for the Knicks, and what a game.
Yeah, I can't pick too much on Julius. Had me nervous there at the end, but overall, I feel the whole entire team had solid games. RJ had me holding my breath while he was at the free throw line. I thought Brunson should have got the ball there. You know, he should have been the one doing those free throws. But
Yeah,
you know what? To his credit, he knocked them down, and we got the W.
yeah. To RJ Barrett's credit, he did knock those 2 free throws down. I was sweating there a little bit, and even in the overtime loss, RJ Barrett missed a couple of wide open 3-point shots. His 3-point shot this year is just not falling for him. 0 for 5 for not 0 for 5 tonight. 9 of 21 from the field overall. But hey, 22 points, 8 rebounds for RJ. Not that efficient, but he did the little things when it counted, and we got the victory. Last year, we would not have won this game at all. Jalen Brunson is a huge part of that, man. Like what I say, it's such a relief having a point guard like Jalen Brunson. Like it is, man. 10 of 15 from the field, 2 of 5 from three, hit all of his free throws, almost had a triple double, 27 points, 13 assists. Like it's crazy, man. It's
And had a
fun.
block.
What happened?
He even had a block in there too.
Yeah, he even had a block, man. I mean, we're gonna go through it. We're gonna go through that. So, yeah, let's go through the game. So, pretty much, Hornets are a young, scrappy team, right? They came into this game, same record as the Knicks, 2-1, and they're without LaMelo Ball. They're without, who else are they without? Rozier, Terry Rozier,
That's right.
and
Yeah.
they came into the game. They're a great shooting team. Tonight they shot 41% from three, 49% from the field. I mean, look, they weren't missing anything tonight, and most of that had to do to the fact that the Knicks decided not to play defense tonight, which is a problem in itself. But Charlotte's a good young team, but they're missing some pieces.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Considering no metal ball, no Rozier, and they still pretty much were scoring at will. I mean, I know
Evan Fournier there at times was just a turnstile on defense. I mean,
oh
Evan
yeah,
Fournier, he cannot play defense to save his life. He tries. Unfortunately, you don't get a try hard award in the NBA. There was a few possessions there at the end where Charlotte called up a few plays for Kelly
Yep.
Oubre, and Evan Fournier didn't know what to do, and he was just stuck in a spin cycle.
Yeah, I mean it's like, you have some teams have that, offensive score that all they can do is score. In this case, we have Fournier. All he can do is shoot three, and he was scoring this game, which was nice. But man, as soon as they got to the other side of the court, they were aiming for him every single time, it seemed, and he just couldn't do anything.
Yeah, he can't keep up. And look, I'm not gonna trash Fournier. He had a good game offensively. Like he was hitting his threes, he was hitting his shots. Offensively, this was Evan Fournier's best game of the season, believe it or not. So,
Right.
yeah, Evan Fournier, we know he's poor on defense. He actually fouled out, which is why they put in Cam Reddish in at the end. I wish they would have put in Cam Reddish in sooner, but to each his own. Cam Reddish comes in, provides a little spark off the bench, provides offense. Um, yeah, let's go to the box score. Yeah, so Cam Reddish comes in the game, 25 minutes, only hits one shot, but look, he played good on the defensive end, and his shot wasn't falling. He didn't really attempt that many. He only attempted three shots, but he was doing the little things, right, Chris? I mean, he was just involved in other ways rather than scoring the ball.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, instead of Fournier towards the end, I wish it was Cam a little bit earlier because he has the length. He can match up with Oubre much better than Fournier can, and he always seems to get those little steals here and there, and just enough to bother on the defensive side. He's not a lockdown, but he's a lot better than Fournier.
Yeah, he is a lot better than Fournier on the defensive side. I mean, Cam Reddish, he could
Right.
score. He could score like Fournier. Tonight he wasn't scoring like Fournier, but he came in the game, did what he did. IHart came in the game, did what he does. He was playing great defense. 8 points, 3 rebounds for IHart. Derrick Rose, another nice bounce back game for Derrick Rose tonight.
Yep, I really liked what Rose was doing. He looked, he had that bounce, he had the speed, and he looked way better. And
Yeah,
overall, the whole entire team, it seemed like everybody had a solid game.
yeah. Everyone had a solid game. Derrick Rose came in the game, provided energy and really efficient night for Derrick Rose. 12 points, 5 of 7 from the field. Hit a three, hit a free throw. Quickly, continuing to build that confidence. Right, that's all we want to see from Emmanuel Quickly. Consistency is key for Emmanuel Quickly, and his last 3 games have been solid. He dropped 20 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists in the Detroit game. Last game he didn't score at all, but he had 8 assists. This game, 11 points. His shot was falling. 3 assists, 3 rebounds. So we want to just see consistency with Emmanuel Quickly, and that's very important to his growth.
Yep, I agree. And he also got to the free throw line a couple times, was able to draw those classic quickly calls, which was nice
Yeah,
to see. And
yeah,
that's a trend I hope continues because when he's on and he's shooting the way he can, it just opens up the floor.
yeah. It opens up the floor, and Emmanuel Quickly. We just want to see consistency, like I've been saying, and yeah, Obi Toppin comes in the game. 13 minutes tonight for Obi Toppin. Granted, it doesn't look like he's gonna break that 15-minute mark every night. I mean, especially if Julius Randle is going to play well like he has. Um, Look, Obi Toppin, it sucks. I want to see Obi Toppin get more minutes, but it's just not looking like he can crack the rope. I mean, he's in the rotation, but it's not looking like Davis wants to play him with Randall.
Yeah, no, not at all. I mean, if there was a game to do it, I'd say it probably was this one. Obi,
Yeah,
he was on fire. I mean, he was hitting some threes that opened my eyes.
yeah. Obi Toppin hit back-to-back threes in the what was it, the
Yeah,
third quarter?
one was pretty deep too. I mean, surprised me, but it sucks. I really wish he could play more minutes. I mean, I don't know if it'll ever happen at this point. But I'm gonna keep out hope and keep wishing that he gets 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. He
I
got
know
so
that's all
much.
we asked for, right? But he comes in the game and he's efficient. He's like one of the most efficient players on this team. He comes in a game in 15 tonight, 13 minutes, and does what Obi does. He creates highlights. He creates energy. He's an energetic player. He tonight 3 or 4 from three, which was surprising. Obi has really worked on his shot this offseason, and it's showing. Um, his threes were actually very important because there was times that the Knicks on the defensive end did not look, they looked gassed, and there was like a few the back-to-back threes there in the third quarter was like the Knicks, they lost the ball and Obi got it back and he hit back. Like Obi's an important player to this team, and it's just it stinks that he's not playing more, but I mean it is what it is at this point, right? There's no sense in harping on it.
Right, right. And who knows? I mean, hopefully everybody stays healthy, but you know, minutes will eventually free up, and he could benefit from that. And then let's just hope he brings it even more when that happens.
Yeah, and Julius Randle um, wasn't efficient tonight, but he in the beginning of the game he played well. Forced it a little bit at the end of the game. I thought he got fouled like 4 or 5 times down the stretch, and the refs just were swallowing the whistle. Like they did not want to call anything on Julius Randle, and it's he had 5 fouls, 17 points, 6 rebounds. Julius Randle, was nice to see him just keep up that consistency. And I mean, he forced a little bit, but he was getting fouled on those forced shots. So I'm not gonna harp on that. But good game from Julius. Yeah, let's go back to RJ. There was a few times RJ Barrett tonight had wide open shots, and there was a time in the I think it was the fourth quarter or overtime. I think it was an overtime. He had a wide open three, missed a three, got his own rebound, drove in the lane, missed a layup. Frustrating. Like I even tweeted out like, not again, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're an NBA player. You got to knock that down. You got to knock that down. That's a practice free 3-point shot right there.
Those are wide open 3-point shots, man. You gotta
Nobody goes
hit
around.
those.
And then the fact that he got his own rebound and then he couldn't finish. I mean, he got to the rim and again couldn't finish. I know he was probably gassed, but you just got to knock one of those down. Either the three or the layup. Just one of
Yeah,
those.
and
But
throughout the game there was a lot of layups where he was just off. And look, he's said that he's worked on his shot around the rim during the summer. We just hope that he can get better at that. Wasn't efficient tonight. His 3-point shot, it's baffling to me because his 3-point shot during the preseason was on. He was shooting almost 50%, and now during the regular season he can't hit a three to save his life. He hit
yeah,
his first three last game, and tonight all five. So
I don't know if he's just overthinking it or what, but we need preseason RJ. We need sniper RJ.
yeah, we do. And Sniper RJ, and it's just not showing yet. And we hope that it shows. We have our first question. Tyler in the chat. Tyler, what's up, man? Appreciate you as always. Thoughts on Cam being brought in once Fournier fouled out instead of IQ or Rose? Really curious to see how Tibbs plays whole Grimes Reddish thing. I'll let you answer that.
Yeah, I mean, we've spoken a little bit. We wish he came in a little bit sooner than waiting for Fournier to foul out because in defensive end, can't do anything to hide Fournier. He's a turnstile out there, and they targeted him, and it worked for them tonight. But yeah, I wish he came in sooner for sure.
Yeah. I think they wanted to go for a little size there, bringing in Cam rather than IQ or Rose because I think they put Cam in on Kelly Oubre, so I think they wanted to go for a little bit more size. If IQ, I mean, I guess you would have switched somebody and put him on Kelly Oubre, but with IQ, he would have been the same way as Fournier was. I mean, like Kelly Oubre would have made him a turnstile as well. So I just think they wanted a little bit more size.
Yeah, and I think overall it was a good call. Just wish it happened sooner. And yeah, Oubre was just, Cam matches up much better with Oubre than a Fournier, IQ, or Rose.
Yeah, he does. And yeah, so I mean, 3-0 at home. This is what we all wanted. We wanted the Knicks to take care of business at home. They beat the Detroit Pistons, they beat the Charlotte Hornets, and they beat the Orlando Magic. The Knicks are on a 3-game winning streak, and we all know what awaits for them. Brutal, tough stretch coming up. And look, you play who's on your schedule. You went 3-0 at home. I think this victory was more important than the people think, man. Like because I said it, last season, this is a loss, Chris. Last
Yeah, I
season,
mean,
this is a loss.
you could say that for this game and the last, really. Without somebody like Brunson, you know, it's those moments where they come back, they tie the game, and then all of a sudden we have no answer. Now we
Yeah,
got Brunson. He's either creating a good bucket or stringing 4 or 5 consecutive shots for us.
there's were there
It's
were there were a
it's
time
amazing.
when they tied it up. I was like, we lost this game. Like I was like, this is just a typical Knicks loss. It sucks. It's gonna sting. And then Jalen Brunson, I mean, comes down the court, hits Dennis Smith Jr. with a crossover, and nails a 3-point shot. And the crowd goes crazy. The Garden is going crazy, and Twitter is going crazy. Everybody's going crazy for Jalen Brunson. It's been years since we've had this point guard, and 41 minutes, 10 of 15 from the field, 2 of 5 from three, 27 points, 13 assists. Jalen Brunson is a New York Knick, and it's time for Knicks fans to get excited. It really is.
I definitely need to cop my Brunson
I
jersey.
I do
This,
too, man. Like
this guy, 13 assists, 10 of 15 alone, just the efficiency, it's ridiculous.
it is, and I mean, he was cooking Dennis Smith, but Dennis Smith was cooking him, I guess.
There's always that. It's either an ex Nick. I'll keep saying there's either somebody at the bottom of the roster who either has a career game against the Knicks, or an ex Knicks comes in and has the game of their life. I guarantee you, the next 3 games, Dennis Smith Jr. will not crack 10 points.
I mean, it's funny because Dennis Smith Jr. has actually been. Let's go. Well, let me go through his game log because I'm just baffled at his play right now. Like we all knew what he was on the Knicks. He couldn't shoot. He was rattled, and whether or not it just shows you confidence is key in the NBA, right?
Right, 100%.
Yep. He's actually been playing well for the Hornets, which
Yeah,
is
I'm checking it out as well. He's actually
yeah.
been
Last
solid.
game, I think been in double figures all of the games like he's been in Charlotte, and I mean that's the caveat you're gonna get with Brunson. But I just think Dennis Smith Jr. was just he was on tonight. He was even dishing the ball like
Yeah,
he was looking like a legit point guard, and I'm happy for I'm not hating on Dennis Smith Jr. Like I'm actually genuinely happy that he's come back in the league and the Charlotte Hornets have gave him that chance. He's from Charlotte, if I believe, so maybe that's motivating him. So he's from the area, he's from Charlotte, and maybe that's motivating him. And I'm just happy that Dennis Smith Jr. has found a spot in this league and that he's proven to everybody that look, he was drafted in I think the lottery, right?
yeah, yeah.
And look, I'm just happy for him, and it sucks that he had a good game against us, but it's good that we got the victory.
Yeah, we got the win, and for sure, Dennis Smith Jr. I remember when he came to the Knicks, I was rooting for him. He was somebody I kept my eye on. Couldn't put it together, but hey, if he's getting in Charlotte, as long as he's not playing against us, he can score
I
all he
know.
wants.
Yeah. Yep. Cameron, what's up? Cameron in the chat. Shout out to you. What up? Big win tonight. One of those ugly games at home. You need to be able to win. Great team win. Let's go Knicks. Yeah, man. one of those ugly games that we would have lost last season. We would have lost the season before that. But Jalen Brunson took us home. He took us to the promised land, and the Knicks are 3-1, 3-0 at home, taking care of business at home. I don't know, Chris. Top six.
Hey man,
Top six.
sky's the limit. I already called it. We're blowing out the Bucks when we play.
I predicted RJ to have a 30 piece tonight. You remember that? And then he was 8 points away. I mean, if he would have hit a few more of his threes, he would have got there. But yeah,
Yeah, at least two of them. You pretty close. But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
um, no,
Overall,
I'm
then
happy you're taking care of business at the Garden. That's what we
yeah,
got to do, without a doubt. It was a weak point last season, and if we keep playing the way we're playing, winning these close games, who knows? Who knows where we'll be?
yeah, and winning these. I'm glad you said that, Chris. Winning these close games, right? Last season, how many games did we lose by in the fourth quarter, and we lost close games? Like we were terrible. And
Yeah.
that's mainly due to the fact that we did not have a point guard. We had Alec Burks. I mean, shout out to Alec Burks. I don't want to hate on Alec Burks, but
No,
he was our
no.
point guard, right? And
He held it down, but he was not a point guard. I
no,
mean,
Alec Burks, freaking Kemba Walker,
yeah,
uh,
I almost forgot he was a Nick.
Kemba Walker last season did his thing for the few games that he was here, and then the Knicks sent him on his way. But as long as Jalen Brunson stays healthy, you can see it's bringing the team together as a whole. It's just, yeah, I'm happy, man.
Yeah, he's definitely also taking the leadership role. I think there was one point where Julius looked like he was going to lose his cool after he didn't get a call, but Jalen ran over to him and actually said, "Hey, man, we got this." And
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty cool.
yeah, and I mean, I think Julius was frustrated towards the end, and he actually threw an elbow. I don't know, I forgot who it was, either Kelly or Oubre or somebody in the Hornets, and
Yeah,
he got a technical for that. So that's where we saw like the old Julius Randle come out a little bit, but I just think he was frustrated because I think the problem is that Julius Randle is big, right? He's strong. He's a
yeah,
strong power forward. He drives in the lane, and refs don't see. It's like I'm not gonna. I hate to compare him to LeBron James, but it's like how LeBron James doesn't get foul calls because he's so
yep,
big and people like push him, and refs don't call it because they're strong. But if Julius Randle was like skinny and just flopping all over the place, he'll get a ton of foul calls. And I just think he was frustrated tonight that he wasn't getting any foul calls, and he just took it out on a few possessions that he shouldn't have. But look, he hit the game sealing layup, in my opinion. I mean,
right.
that layup where he crossed him, whoever it was, over, and he hit the layup. And that was a big factor in the Knicks' victory.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he was getting beat up, and it amazes me when he doesn't get the calls sometimes. But like you said, and I think it's a good comparison actually because it's that body type like a LeBron where LeBron does he knows how to sell it. Julius isn't the type to do that though. He's not going
Yeah.
to go up and snap his head back or anything
Yep.
like that. And unfortunately, he just doesn't get the calls. It's frustrating. He was frustrated. I was frustrated for him. So yeah, I mean,
Wow. Yeah.
hopefully they give him those calls down the line because he should have definitely been to the line more than just the four attempts he had.
I just got a stat in my DMs. Jalen Brunson becomes the first player since Jeremy Lin in 2012 with 27 points, 13 assists, and 50% from the field in a game.
Oh man, going back to the set.
2012. We're going back. 2012 since Jeremy Lin. Crazy.
That, that just shows you how long it's been since we had competent point guard play.
As long, yeah, man. As long as Randall wasn't booing the crowd, we good. Yeah,
No
we
thought
good.
down.
We good. We definitely good, man. All in all, great, gritty win, and yeah, Knicks go 3-0 at home, take care of business. Let me just go through my notes. You had anything on the game that you want to talk on? The
I'm exhausted.
turnovers, the Knicks they were turning the ball over a lot in the first quarter. They had 5 in the first quarter. The Knicks defense was absolutely non-existent in the first half.
Yeah,
There was points where Charlotte was hitting like everything. I mean, the Knicks defense, even if they were playing good defense, probably wouldn't have stopped them. But first half, the Knicks closed the first half slowly. Once again, defensively, they were not great. I remember closing out the first half, IQ hit a big three in the corner that really, because Charlotte had all the momentum, and IQ hit that three, and it really was like, all right, we still have the lead. Let's end the half on a high note. Derrick Rose, 12 minutes, 12 points, 5 or 7 shooting. Efficient night for Derrick Rose. I mean, we all know what he can bring. Comes in the game, gives you that boost, gives you that energy. Glimpses of the old Derrick Rose tonight. Yeah, Derrick Rose, great game. And look, I would have loved for Cam Reddish to come in the game sooner, or IQ, right? You were preaching for IQ to come in the game because we needed. It seemed like we needed a bucket there, and yeah. So, but then
yeah. Just
Fournier winds up fouling out, so all is good. All is good in the Knicks land.
I just felt like we needed some energy. They were getting really stagnant, and get it quickly in there. I was hoping for an OB maybe, but Tibbs ain't gonna put him in there in that crunch time. Um, but yeah, I mean, we got it done. Most important thing.
Yeah, got it done. And when the games you're supposed to win, Charlotte was shorthanded tonight. No reason. Like if we would have lost this game, this would have stung, man. I mean,
Yeah,
no LaMelo Ball, no Rozier. I mean, you got to win this game. And Charlotte, they're. I mean, I thought Charlotte was going to be in the bottom half of the East, and they're actually playing well. They're hitting their shots. Gordon Hayward. Yeah, let's go over Charlotte. PJ Washington. We didn't even talk about the play where this guy's damn foot was on the line, and I was
oh
like,
my god. Yeah. I mean,
when he hit that three, and I was like, oh my god, of course,
I
right,
thought
of
I thought it
course.
was a tie game,
I was like, all
and when
right,
I heard
tie
put it,
game, and then they were like, oh no, his foot was on the line. Wait a minute, he pulled a KD from back when they played the Bucks, right? His damn
yep,
big ass toe was on the line, and the Knicks benefited from that tremendously. Look, Charlotte was crying. They thought that his foot was behind the line, but look, your foot was on the line. Like if you took a microscope, you could see your foot on the line. Trust me, bro.
yeah, that was insane. I thought they had tied up the game. Again, I went to that straight to the doom and gloom. Oh man, here we go.
Hmm.
Same old Knicks. We're gonna lose this. And the minute I heard his foot is on the line, oh we back. We in this.
Yeah.
We got this.
Yep.
It was a crazy game, and I give it to Charlotte. I didn't know they had. I mean, I know they got the good players, but I didn't know they scored like this.
Yeah.
They were
I
scoring
mean,
at an
they shot
insane
four.
clip.
They shot 41% from three. McDaniels came in off the bench, didn't miss a three. Kelly Oubre was actually off, and he's a good 3-point shooter. Hayward, PJ Washington killed the Knicks from downtown though. 4 of 8 on the Knicks side. Knicks shot well from three too, 36%. Obi Toppin hit 3 of them. Jalen Brunson hit a big three. Julius Randle. I mean, I don't like when he takes threes. To me, that's not his game. But if he's open, he has to shoot it, right? I mean, I don't like Julius Randle taking 3-point shots, but it is what it is.
If he's having one of those games where he's just not missing, he's hitting his step back, his fade away from the mid, yeah, take a couple, if it's in the flow of it.
Yeah,
But if we get the Julius that used to, bring the ball down the court, waste 20 seconds, take a step back three, we don't want that.
yeah, we don't want that at all. And who we haven't talked about tonight?
Who's that?
Mitchell, damn Robinson, bro. Mitchell Robinson again.
He it's like he flies under the radar all the time, and he has some of the most impactful
Mitchell
You
Robinson
know,
had 6 blocks tonight, and he had one of the biggest blocks towards the end of the game. Charlotte was going for a 2-for-1, and then
yeah,
I don't know why they keep trying to attack Mitchell Robinson in the paint. Like, he's gonna block your shot. You're not gonna make it. He's one of the best rim protectors in the league. Mitchell Robinson, 6 blocks tonight. He added 9 points, 8 rebounds, 2 offensive rebounds. One of the best offensive rebounders in the league. Did not miss a shot. Granted, he took 4 field goal attempts, 37 minutes. Mitchell Robinson, again, beastie performance, man. I mean, there's nothing negative to say about Mitchell Robinson during the season. Like, he's
no.
amazing.
And again, only two fouls for him this game, and that's he's growing. You know, he's growing right before our eyes, and he's going to be a force if he continues to play like this. He's
No,
going to be
he
a
is a
force.
force. He's he
He,
like he even hit a hook shot in the
he
first
can,
half. Did you
yeah,
see
that
that
was
hook shot?
insane. That was insane. I
It was
mean,
like oh Mitch, you got a hook shot in you.
maybe Tibbs will let him take a three this year.
Right? We saw him practicing. Yo, if Mitchell Robinson hits a three,
Oh,
everyone's gonna go crazy.
I'll go
Georgia's gonna
insane.
go crazy.
But he's, it's scary to think, but he's getting better and better and better. He's still raw. I mean, but
I think he's the Knicks' longest tenure player. Then this is his 5th season, and I look. He's getting every game. He's getting better and better and better every year. He's getting. Last year he didn't come in to camp in great shape, but he improved, and that's what we want from Mitch. He's improved every single year, and he made a comment during, I think after one of the practices. He's like, "Look, a lot of players get their money and they stop trying no more, but me, I'm gonna get my money, and I want to keep fighting and keep playing hard because I want even more money. I want a bigger bag than what I got." So
I love that though. I love that he's somebody that's going to continue to work to get better, and he's. I mean, like you said, he's already a force, but he can be so much more than even that. It's nuts to think, but
yeah, I mean, shout out to Mitch.
yeah,
I mean, 6 blocks, man. I mean, Charlotte was coming down the lane. They're like during the opening first quarter, I was like, why do you keep trying to test Mitchell Robinson? Like, he's gotta block your shot. Like, there's no point of even trying to make a layup. Like, he's gonna block it. But yeah, shout out to Mitchell Robinson, man. You're playing your ass off. And yeah, just all in all, great team win, great victory for the New York Knicks. On the Charlotte side, their highest scorer was Gordon Hayward. He might get traded to the Lakers. There's a lot of rumors about Hayward and Oubre going to LA right now because LA's a mess. But PJ Washington, good player. I didn't think he was. I mean, he killed us tonight. He's a good player. And McDaniels came in off the bench, killed us. They were hitting all their shots, but all in all, in the end, it came down to clutch shots for the New York Knicks. JB, Jalen Brunson, clutch as can be. Towards the end of that game, it was like, give me the ball and get out of my way. I'm going to hit this shot. I'm going to make this layup. And just, yeah, I can't say anything more about Jalen Brunson.
yeah, no, he's 100%. He's the real deal, and like you said, when it came to crunch time, I was like, please give Jalen the ball, and he did his thing.
Yeah, he did his thing for sure. Yeah, so Knicks end their home 10, 3-0. Let's go through their upcoming schedule real quick. See if I can get this ad out this damn thing. All right. All right, so Knicks are going on the road. The next game is on Friday at Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee just beat the Nets tonight, if I'm not mistaken. And then at Cleveland, Donovan Mitchell's playing out of his mind. Go figure, right? I saw a highlight tonight where he was dunking over the whole Orlando Magic team. And then home to Atlanta. It's a tough stretch. I've been talking about this stretch for a while. Got to go 500 in this stretch. Got to come home, take care of business. Got to win at least out of these two games. Which game do you think they'll win, Cleveland or Milwaukee?
Well, I called the blowout with Milwaukee, so I'm gonna stand by that.
Yeah, we beat the Bucks. What was it, a few years ago? We blew them out shockingly in shocking fashion.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think we can match up pretty well with them. I mean, I know Giannis is it's crazy, but I feel like Julius and the crew get up for games like that.
Yeah, yeah, me too. Yeah, I think they could beat the Cavs. I think they could beat the Cavs, but we'll see, man. We got to keep up this momentum. Got to keep up this good play. Got to go on the road and do the same thing. Tough stretch
100%.
coming up, but look, now that we have a point guard, anything is possible. Anything is possible.
Yep.
We
Shout out to Jalen Brunson.
shout out to Jalen Brunson, man. Yeah, all in all, Knicks win. I didn't even put this final score up. I was so happy, but whatever. Yeah, final score 131, 134. We're back at it again on Friday versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Hero year for post games, and yeah, let's go Knicks. What a victory! I'm glad Jalen Brunson is on this damn team because, what a player! Yeah,
Where
man.
would we be without Jalen?
Where would be? Where would we be without Jalen Brunson? We would probably be 1-3 right now and faltering. Uh, but yeah, shout out to JB. Shout out to the Knicks. Great win. Yeah, I'm Anthony from Knicks Nation. That's Chris, and yeah, have a good night, and we'll be back. Peace.
Peace.